about 475 degrees out here today. It's awesome. But been out getting some mowing done today. I got a couple of YouTubers going to come by the shop and visit me. So we'll hang out for a second, wait for them to get here, and see what kind of excitement and gifts that they bring. Just playing about the gifts part, but excitement for sure. Excitement. I don't know if they're going to have any excitement either. But stay tuned and find out.
Oh, you don't have a pod?
I made a Zoysia, bro. Can't afford that stuff. A nerd.
I feel like you should be Moon Power and you should be Hank. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill, baby.
See, when I was in DC, that show was on TV. It came on Fox on Sunday nights.
Yeah, it sure did.
And all we had was a little security monitor, black and white. And we were on the 5th floor of the Pentagon, and we would run a wire outside one of the exterior doors and act like an antenna. So
This
Fox,
was being tamed.
that was the coolest place I've ever sat for fireworks. I had worked July 4th, and we were on the 5th floor, and
That's a pretty good spot.
we had exterior door to the roof, and we would get up there, and you could literally, you know how many sets of fireworks are going off in DC?
Yeah.
I mean, you're up, what, 60, 70 feet,
Yeah.
and literally right by the mall, they look like they were just exploding in your face. It's bad.
So I went downtown one year. I was like 10, convinced my parents to take me to that fireworks show. And I remember leaving, asking her to never bring me back ever again. It was so many people. It was nothing fun about it whatsoever. Yeah, we're doing this thing. I'm gonna call this a short story with the pause. That's what I'm doing. Short story with the pause. So we got some short stories. I figured if I was coming to see Hall of Prime Cuts, I could not show up empty-handed without a nice, tasty cigar.
Thank you, sir.
So,
Yes,
yeah,
I appreciate it, Rob.
And I got the other one, the other Paul, Paul Jr. cigar as well.
We're no relation.
That's probably what my wife would say too.
Paul Jr.
The short story with Paul. Paul Jr. Thanks for the reference.
Get over on this side.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a video too. We got all our cameras sitting here.
That's right, yeah.
Like I said, it looks like a giant nerd convention.
Yes.
But
That's cool.
we've got Robert from Turf Therapy and Paul from Aid to Zoysia here. Both have served our country. Robert still is.
I am.
So thank you for that, guys. How come every time you do a video, some kind of truck shows up?
Something shows up.
This must be the big truck. But oh yeah, I was doing this.
You were doing this.
Yeah. Which one am I looking at? Oh,
I think that one.
All right, but anyway, it's hot out here, and we have worked around with our schedules to get a little visit in with Robert and his cigars,
That's right.
which is great.
Yeah.
But both these guys also have a YouTube channel, so check out their YouTube. Paul, I've seen him before. He does the Zoysia plugs, and I got my Zoysia plugs for the Steve Willie Memorial Garden from Paul, which is filled in now, by the way. So. I gotta do an update on the Steve Willie Memorial Garden.
You know, it's only been, you bought them at the end of June of last year.
So yeah, in a year and a little bit of change,
About 14,
got it filled in.
15.
So there you go, people wanting to plug their yard in Zoysia. All is Aid to Zoysia. And Robert has this channel called Turf Therapy.
Right there.
Tell a little bit about how you started in on that, Rob. It's a great story.
So Turf Therapy, I started taking care of my lawn because there was a hole in my yard. There was a huge hole in the backyard, and they were coming through with these zero turns. And every time the dude turned around, and he would rip a nice chunk out of this hole. So my dogs kept going out there eating mud out of the hole. And then my wife was like, "Hey, the dogs keep eating." I'm like, "What do you want me to do? The dogs are going to eat." That's what they do. So I got tired of them doing it and her complaining about it. So I decided to take care of my lawn for myself for the first time in my life. So I started looking up on YouTube, and me being a cool season lawn, discovering this in the spring, it wasn't necessarily the best time to go ahead and level it off trying to dial in what it was I was supposed to be doing. I got to the end of the season and my lawn looked perfect. And while I was doing that, I was the healthiest I'd ever been in my life. So, like dealing with the stress, post-combat, and the day-to-day uses, the day-to-day stresses being in the military as well, being away from your family like right now. I've been away for 3 weeks. One of those weeks were chosen by me, but the other 2 weeks, duty called. But I noticed that was a benefit for me, so I just ran with it. The wife, Household 6, gave me clearance. She was like, hey, you should start a channel. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot and share the aspects of the therapy that it's done for me. And then when I started, it was more so geared towards veterans or active duty service members. But the more and more I've been talking with other civilians, and they're like, hey, I struggle with PTSD too. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. Like, everyone can struggle with these stresses, and this could be great for everyone. So I kind of just started opening it up on the platform a lot more. So that's why turf therapy exists. That's why I do it. And yeah, that's why I'm going to continue to keep doing it. Yeah.
Can you say what your job is in the military?
Yeah. I'm an explosive ordnance disposal technician. It's EOD tech. So if you've seen Hurt Locker, it's like 30% accurate. The other stuff is Hollywood. We don't leave the fob by ourselves. We do have those rifles though. So those M107 Barretts, we have those, but no. That was a lot of Hollywood there. Made me look way cooler than what I am. But needless to say, I love what I do.
How many deployments have you been
Just
on?
one.
Just one?
Just one. I did enough in that one deployment for about 3 though. Yeah, just one deployment. I was a medical laboratory specialist at first, and then I changed over to EOD almost 8 years ago. So I've been doing EOD for about 8 years.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'll do like this. His hand super steady. Like a rock, like a surgeon. No, thank you so much, Robert, for your service and whatever you did too, Paul. Great.
Chair Force.
Running cable onto the roof of the Pentagon. So we should do something fun, like have perma-green races or something. With
Perma-green races?
I'm gonna be the flag guy.
No, you two can ride them.
All right, perma-green races.
Yep. Y'all's
Which one's
experience
faster?
levels. I don't know. I think everybody's about the same. The old one might be faster. I don't know.
I'll let you pick.
I got them running for them, so I mean there shouldn't be a lot of
I have no idea what I'm
shouldn't
doing.
be a lot of instruction on how to drive them.
All right.
Pretty simple. This is the throttle right here. This one, it's the same on both of them. This one right here's the throttle, so you squeeze it, it takes off. These are the brakes. They're not super effective, by the way.
Not super effective.
But if you let off the throttle, it's going to stop pretty quick. It's in high gear right now, and that's the gear selector. If you need to back up, you go down to reverse. No. They're both in high gear, so y'all are set. Okay. So, I don't know. Y'all go down there to the wall and turn around and come back across the yellow stripe there. And the first one across the yellow stripe, which is the extension cord.
How easy do these flip?
You can flip them, yeah. They can flip. So here they are. All right, y'all ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go! There's a definite traction advantage on the new one. Not sure what that was. It looked like a cheat. I'll have them out spreading fertilizer tomorrow for a realize it. Are you gonna do it again?
You take your hand off of that thing, and she turns, you're done.
Yeah, you can't. They're not one-handed driving machines, really.
He said he was gonna spike it with some Pramitol while he's gone.
Okay.
Some glyphosate.
Do some circles or something, Paul, so I can watch you fall off again.
Oh,
Not like that. Woohoo! I made it that time.
patriotic, riding a perma-green and smoking a cigar.
We need a Miller Lite. Yeah, push it up and cut it off. Yeah, that one right there.
Oh, this one. Wow.
Yeah. See, that's the spray stuff on it.
Oh.
That's the high gear
This
broadcast nozzle, and you flip it to that one and do the trim nozzle, and the same thing for a low gear right there.
Oh. This is why you love this thing. Or
And it can spread further.
huh?
Yeah, it's got all kinds of warnings on it and stuff there. So don't use it in the bathtub or
Yeah, don't do
in
that.
open flame or anything like that.
Yeah.
What do you think, man? You need one of those?
I do. I need one.
You gonna start a lawn care business when you get out of the Army?
I might. Call it turf therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Run around, cutting grasses. I might do it while I'm still in. We'll see what happens when I get the brag. Paul Jr.
Well, thanks, Paul and Robert, Turf Therapy, and Ada Zoysia for stopping in, man.
Yeah.
Anytime, man. Anytime you guys stop by. Maybe it won't be so hot next time.
Told
we
you I
can
win.
do some more stuff. Yeah, you got him.
I got him.
But
He almost died.
yeah, I don't know if I even caught it. I got nervous and was running over to help him when he started falling
There's a
off.
lawsuit.
Oh man.
I was not provided with PPE, and I'm very disappointed.
Oh, I got a great piece of PPE for you. Hey, we got something to get back. But anyway, let me stop. Check out Robert's channel, his channel, Ada Zoysia. Robert's got turf therapy.
Turf therapy.
Said therapy again.
Double T.
You almost messed it up
I
twice.
know. I don't get paid to speak. But these guys are great.
Except that one
Check them out on YouTube. They got lots of good stuff. But anyway, I got to show them my new piece of PPE.
Yes.
All right, my buddy Aaron, y'all might know him as Lushy,
Lushy.
has a friend in China who hooked us up with some of these bad boys.
Friends in high places.
That's right.
What does it say on the screen?
Made in China.
Uh-huh.
And that's probably at least one word on there. Yeah.
But he said somewhere in the instructions on there, something about the little house leaning on the palm tree. That means, don't use this in the bathtub or anything like that. But check this out. I put it on. Hold on.
There you go. What was that? We couldn't hear you, sir.
All right,
You didn't speak up.
this thing would be a lot better if it didn't have all this writing on it. I can't see.
Yeah, the writing, and maybe if we remove some of the filters, we could hear you better.
Yes.
Yeah,
it
you gotta
would
take the
probably
filters
work
off.
better. I can't, because I
think-
can't read the instructions. What does that say?
2. It says purple.
That says Los Angeles.
That says LA,
Yeah.
and then purple. Purple LA. Purple and gold. See, I told you. Purple and gold LA. Boom.
Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah, money.
You're gonna have to grab.
How's it taste? That's a filter. That's a heck of a filter for a cigar.
It's like pure oxygen when you breathe back in.
Let's see. Oh, look at that! It worked. That was cool.
Oh. I'm gonna wear this to the grocery store and judge all the ladies with the paper mask. Your mask is not good enough, lady. I've got the mask.
6 feet.
6 feet, lady.
Great.
All right.
All right.
All right, I had a great time hanging out with those guys. Spent a little time with them, but it's time to get back to work. I got a lot of stuff to do. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe to their channels. If I think about it, I'll put the little linky in there, but it can't be that hard to find. Ada Zoysia and Turf Therapy on the YouTube. Check them out. Thanks.